When Dirty Harry hit theaters in 1971, it wasn't just a film, it was a cultural earthquake. Clint Eastwood's portrayal of the iconic Dirty Harry Callahan would go on to define the gritty, anti-hero cop archetype for decades. But behind the tough-as-nails exterior of the film lies a world of untold secrets, controversies, and unexpected facts. From near accidents on set to shocking behind-the-scenes stories, Dirty Harry wasn't just a revolutionary film in front of the camera, but behind it too. And stay with us until the end, where we reveal a bonus fact that changes everything you thought you knew about this classic film. Fact 1. Clint Eastwood almost turned down the role. Clint Eastwood almost turned down the iconic role of Harry Callahan. At the time, Eastwood was mostly known for his role in the spaghetti westerns and wasn't keen on being typecast. However, after reading the script and recognizing the potential of the character, he signed on. Little did he know that this decision would propel him into Hollywood stardom and cement his legacy as one of the greatest action stars of all time. Fact 2. The famous "Do you feel lucky, punk?" line was improvised. The most iconic line from Dirty Harry,
"Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?"
was actually improvised by Clint Eastwood. The scene where Callahan points his Magnum revolver at a suspect was scripted differently. But in the heat of the moment, Eastwood ad-libbed the line, making it one of the most memorable quotes in cinematic history. The delivery was so perfect that it became central to the film's legacy. Fact 3. The Magnum was the most powerful handgun of its time. Harry Callahan's famous .44 Magnum revolver was known as the most powerful handgun.
But being this is a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and will blow your head clean off.
The filmmakers chose it for its intimidating power and its ability to mirror Callahan's rough, no-nonsense character. However, many of the actors on set were not accustomed to handling such a powerful weapon, leading to several unplanned moments during the shoot where the recoil took them by surprise. Fact 4. The movie was inspired by real-life events. Dirty Harry was partially inspired by real-life events, particularly the infamous Zodiac Killer, whose reign of terror in the San Francisco area shocked the nation. The film's storyline about a vigilante cop hunting down a ruthless serial killer was rooted in the public's growing fear of criminals who were operating beyond the law. The Zodiac Killer's unsolved crimes influenced much of the film's plot, adding a sense of urgency and terror to the story. Fact 5. Director Don Siegel had a unique approach to filmmaking. Director Don Siegel was known for his unconventional and hands-on approach to filmmaking. On set, he encouraged Eastwood to improvise and often kept the crew on their toes with spontaneous decisions. Siegel's guerrilla filmmaking tactics helped create the raw, gritty atmosphere that defines Dirty Harry. He often worked with minimal takes, allowing the actors to develop the scene on the fly. Fact 6. The film was controversial for its violence. Upon its release, Dirty Harry was heavily criticized for its graphic violence and perceived glorification of vigilantism. Critics were divided, with some praising the film for its bold portrayal of a morally ambiguous protagonist, while others condemned it for its brutality portrayal of crime and punishment. The controversy only fueled the film's success, attracting large audiences who were intrigued by its darker, more complex take on justice. Fact 7. Clint Eastwood's performance was nearly overlooked. Despite Clint Eastwood's iconic portrayal of Harry Callahan, many of Hollywood's top studios weren't initially keen on casting him in a leading role. His performances in westerns and on Rawhide made him a household name, but his raw, minimalist style was not universally loved. It wasn't until Dirty Harry that Eastwood was recognized as a leading man in the action genre, and the film would ultimately redefine his career. Fact 8. The unseen stunts that nearly went wrong. Dirty Harry features several intense and dangerous stunts, one of which nearly went terribly wrong. During the iconic opening bank robbery scene, a stunt involving a car crash was performed with minimal safety precautions. The stunt driver lost control of the vehicle, and it came dangerously close to hitting several crew members. Fortunately, no one was hurt, but it was a close call that could have ended the production before it even began. Fact 9. The film helped define the anti-hero genre. Dirty Harry played a major role in popularizing the anti-hero archetype in modern cinema. Harry Callahan, with his disregard for authority, rules, and his willingness to bend the law to get results, became the quintessential anti-hero figure. This portrayal of a morally ambiguous cop helped redefine the genre and influenced numerous films and characters in the years that followed, from The Punisher to Death Wish. Fact 10. The classic vigilante justice debate. The film ignited a national debate on vigilantism and the role of police in society. Many viewers were split on whether they should root for Callahan, a character who often took the law into his own hands. The film's portrayal of a system struggling to deal with criminals created a powerful, lasting impact on the audience, forcing them to question what justice really meant in a world where the system didn't always work. Fact 11. The location was chosen for its iconic backdrops. Filming took place in San Francisco, and the city's unique locations were an integral part of the film's gritty realism. From the Golden Gate Bridge to the fog-covered streets, the urban landscape played a crucial role in setting the tone of the movie. The iconic rooftop chase scene in the high-rise locations added an element of tension, making the film not just about the character, but about the environment in which the story unfolded. Fact 12. Harry Callahan's iconic outfit was unintentional. The dark, tailored suits worn by Clint Eastwood as Harry Callahan became a signature of the character. However, the iconic outfit was not originally planned. Costume designer Deborah Nadoolman-Landis stated that she simply wanted Eastwood to wear something that looked good on screen. The character's trench coat and suit became so iconic that it would go on to influence similar roles in films throughout the 70s and 80s. Fact 13. The real Scorpio killer was never caught. The character of the Scorpio killer in Dirty Harry was partially inspired by the infamous Zodiac killer who had terrorized Northern California in the 1960s and 70s. Like the Zodiac, Scorpio taunts the police with letters and cryptic messages, adding to the film's real-life tension. The Zodiac killer was never caught, and the mystery surrounding the unsolved case made the film's storyline all the more haunting and relevant to the audience. Fact 14. Clint Eastwood's bond with director Don Siegel. Clint Eastwood and director Don Siegel developed a deep bond during the making of Dirty Harry. Their collaboration began on the 1968 film Coogan's Bluff, and by the time they worked together on Dirty Harry, their professional relationship was solid. Siegel's tough, no-nonsense directing style meshed perfectly with Eastwood's performance, creating the iconic style that would define many of Eastwood's future films. They would go on to collaborate on several more films. Fact 15. The film spawned multiple sequels, and a franchise, Dirty Harry, was so successful that it spawned 4 sequels, cementing the character as one of the most iconic in film history. Each sequel, Magnum Force, The Enforcer, Sudden Impact, and The Dead Pool, continued the story of Harry Callahan, further exploring his conflict with authority, crime, and justice. The film's success led to the establishment of a franchise that would influence generations of action heroes and police procedurals. Bonus fact: the unseen alternate ending. There was originally an alternate ending for Dirty Harry, where Harry Callahan doesn't get his famous victory. In the original cut, after Callahan kills Scorpio, the film ends with him being held accountable for his actions and facing suspension from the police force. However, test audiences reacted negatively to this ending, feeling it was too grim. As a result, the filmmakers decided to reshoot the final scenes, giving Harry a heroic, defiant exit, which solidified his status as an American icon.